It's telling me.
It's not though. Old Wakey is straight into the fence, and Stickers might take advantage here. There's damage on Old Wakey's car.
What's he doing? Oh boy! Oh, big crash. Huge crash. Glasses into him. Glasses into him.
Less than a second away from the podium.
It's not over till it's over.
Who's it gonna be? Get the drive. Who's it gonna be? He goes. Oh my god! He gets it. Does he get him? He goes into the lead. Oh my god! Oh, that is absolutely incredible.
Oh boy. He's too deep. Oh, he's in him. Oh, it's drama. Drama. Oh. He's gone for a move very opportunistic. Oh, that came out of nowhere from Morgan Davis.
The battle back for second is an absolute hot rocket. Oh, there's a big tap from Raceman. The Wakey Raceman to the wall. But he's recovered straight away. That bud was so lucky. We'll get a quick
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Sector 1. Tonight
guys
we
are
have
away.
the
We're racing at
Community
Daytona.
Series,
Off
along
to a
with,
great start. Look
what
at the
we're doing now
Subaru and the
is
McLaren.
the,
Daz goes,
micro
a little
sector,
bit of contact
which,
with
by
Budsy there,
popular
but Daz
demand,
moves his
has
way
come
up
back,
into P2.
just
Can he
for,
hold it around the inside?
This season,
As they
my name is
approach
Lenocis,
turn 1.
and joining me in the commentary box
Budsy gets
tonight
shoved out
is,
wide. Oh, huge
Karen
contact
Unleashed
for Budsy.
and
Drops it all the way down
Captain
to 6th
Muffin.
position.
How are we doing tonight, guys?
A little bit of pushing shove, but it seems like everyone
Yeah,
escapes.
good. I just finished
still
eating
alive,
sausages down at
as
sausage
Felix
stand
has made a
down
bit
at,
of a run. Carbon Boy up into
down in the pit
P2.
lane
Great stuff
there,
from
and
Carbon
I think
Boy
it was
as
from
they
the
round the
exhaust
fourth
of
turn now.
one of the Supras. I think
Heading
it
up
might be the
towards,
Red Disc Boys on, I'm
to
not sure,
complete the
but
first sector.
we'll figure it out. But
that's,
yeah,
Brewer that looked like
Community
he was getting
Series.
a little bit
Whew.
sideways.
We brought it back. How are we feeling, Muffin?
Gentlemen, I'm feeling fantastic. Good afternoon, both you, Lenocis and Karen, and everyone watching at home tonight. We're in for a good night racing here. These cars look absolutely magnificent here in the streets of Daytona. I'm very much keen to see what happens.
Oof, boy, yeah, they do. I was about to say, they do look epic, and it's great to have the Community Series back. It really is. It's been a long time coming. A couple of seasons we've unfortunately had it shelved to the side, but now we've got a big full grid, and we've got a lot of reserve drivers slash very aspiring Sector 1, future Sector 1 drivers, and looking at the chat as well, pretty vibrant already. So hi TX3, hi Nicholas. Nicholas has already said, I predict I'm going to crash. No, trust me, it's a baptism of fire when you jump into the Community Series, but it is so much fun. So, and there's always going to be a race. So yeah, if you do crash in the first one, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got a lot of new faces and a lot of current drivers and even returning drivers in the lineup today. So, I mean, I'm looking to every minute that we have for the Community Series tonight. But before we get too much further talking about the Community Series, I think we should talk about the recent racing that we had over the weekend at Daytona with the Division 3 and Division 1 guys. I mean, wow, that was an absolutely incredible round. I had the pleasure of casting that one. But we saw so many incredible overtakes, some incredible strategies from everybody, and oh wow. I mean, that fight for the win in Div 1 was just incredible between Geesh and GTR, to be honest. So good.
Yeah, I agree. And because we've got a Div 1 driver here in the comms box, cough cough Muffin, what was your thoughts on how Div 1 went? Because at the moment Geesh is looking, whoa, he's been just quick off the get-go. He's already 15 points ahead in the championship. We've only had 2 rounds.
He's driving phenomenally, that young fella. He is absolutely lighting up the whole field, timing sheets, everything. He is a future great, not just of Sector 1 sim racing, but of all virtual car racing in its entirety. Him and that Supra go together like peanut butter and Vegemite. They are absolutely working a treat. But really, you shouldn't discount the current mainstays of Sector 1, such as GDR and Adam. They are both not too far off him. And as we saw in the race in Daytona, we've got some newcomers to Div 1 like Scar, young Wakey, and myself and P5 from that race just gone. And they're all very much fighting at the top, trying to bloody challenge for wins, podiums, and all alike. I think it's not going to be an easy one for Jeesh, but he's started the season off well to sort of make sort of a statement for this season's championship.
Yeah, 2 for 2, just incredible stuff from Jeesh, to be honest.
I'll tell you who's in P3 in Div 1 at the moment in the points, because I'm looking at the point structure right here after Daytona. So Jeesh is on 64 points. TX3 GTR just nipping at his heels on 49, 15 points behind. Only 5 points behind these two, and with a chance of it to happen, young Wakey.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. He hasn't even got a podium either. It's just the consistency. I believe it was a P6 in his first race and then a P4 on Sunday. So doing a great stuff there, the young Wakey. I predicted, okay, now I keep bringing this up whenever I can. I predicted young Wakey to win the Season 8 title next season. Well, yeah, Season 8 Div 1 title. And at the moment, sitting P3, he's looking pretty good. So, Ghost, I wouldn't sit too comfortable because there was a bet going on. It involved wearing some team colours. Or was it a Meg TD? I can't quite remember.
No, it was team colours in jocks. And he had to get the membership of that club. We'll just name it Hawthorn Football Club. So, as we've started to call it, Wakey Gate, it's still a very real possibility at the moment. And keeping an eye on the guys down further in the points, you got Morgan Davey and P4 at the moment on 39, who struggled a little bit in the Daytona race, but as his team owner, he made a mistake and he's going to bounce back. We know that. And then in P5, you've got Adam, who had that big crash just at the start of the race. He came back all right, but he
P6,
won't be
great salvage.
Yeah, he won't be too happy being P5. Then Scar in 6th, and he got that podium, but oh boy, he's a very, very crafty player. Kudos to Lightning Motorsport for signing him up. And then in P7, we've got the bloke next to me, Captain Muffin, for CP penalties, as we are going to start calling it again. And then you got HC Lewis in 8th, Corey Hack in 9th. Woody is in P10, but equal on points with Corey. And this group that we're talking about right now, there is only 7 points separating 4th all the way down to 11th. You've got Blindman in 11th, who really had a bit of a struggle at Daytona. The Mercedes just didn't have the grunt to keep up with the likes of the Subarus and all that jazz. Ricky Bobby just in 12th there. The points penalties, of course, coming his way after the late change for Obsession. And it was a good change, to be honest, because, God, Ricky's been quick straight off the bat this season.
Yeah, the points that he's got so far, excluding the 20-point penalty, he would technically be in P3, 1 point behind GTR, which isn't something to sneeze at. So Ricky Bobby been very quick at the start of this season so far.
Yep, agreed. And you got Hellraiser, who's just struggled a little bit. He missed last weekend, and of course Ando's missed 2 races already due to real-life commitments. But we expect those two to be there or thereabouts once they return, and we're looking very forward to seeing what those guys can do. As we are looking very forward to Division 3 as well, because oh boy, that's a spicy little meatball. And the guy that's leading the championship in that one, he's made a big statement early on, and that's Freelix for Respawn Esports. So the Respawn boys have started off with a bit of a bang this season. The only division that they haven't got a driver in the top 3 in points-wise is Division 2, but then again, Division 2 is stacked, and they haven't run their second round just yet.
I don't think they have a driver in Division 2.
They do not have a driver in Division 2. They are both in Division 1.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, you got Freelix up the top at the moment, and he's 18 points clear at the moment. Or is my maths already wrong? No, it's right. It's right. It's right.
You bang on.
Can't trust me for fuel, and then get that one right. Black Project P3, and yeah, he had a massive hardware failure on lap 1. Absolutely pile drive the wall. Unfortunately, just not much he could really do about that one. And the Ferrari just doesn't have the grunt. It's a bit of a ballerina, that car, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, not only that, you've got Boybegum, who's started off fantastically for CP Motorsports. Started his Sector 1 career in the right way, P4 at the moment, and he's only 2 points behind second-placed Carbon Boy. The CP boys choosing the McLaren, that's a tricky little pick. I genuinely didn't think it was going to be there or thereabouts. Muffin, what was...
Yeah. Well, on that, when every team was doing their testing, without a doubt, you're gonna find the stronger cars which are gonna be more favourable, and that's the reason why the Supra is pretty prominent across most of the fields in Sector 1. It's a great car. It is absolutely magnificent, straight line monster, it can go through corners well. But then with there being an external balance of power system that we have no power over, there is a possibility of that car being brought back to the grid and possibly getting put behind it. It's a very low possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. The thinking at CP we had was to pick a car that was good, but sort of flew under the radar. It wasn't like something that the balance of power overlords wanted to target and bring down. Just something consistent, not the fastest, not the slowest, and it will give you a nice consistent race. And I think round 1 for me personally didn't show it, but that was a gamble on strategy on my part. But round 2 at Daytona, a power tracker handling car still managing P5 shows that the McLaren has got some decent pace.
Yeah, agreed, and agreed fully. The big thing for mine is the Doghouse boys have had a bit of a rough start to things at the moment. The Stranger in P5 in the points. The Alpha will be a serious contender at our next round, that's for sure. It's always been quick at Brands Hatch. It's light, nimble, it's really good on fuel, good on tyres, and Brands Hatch is definitely a track that suits that car quite a lot, even back to the GT Sport days.
Yep, I couldn't agree with you more there, Karen. That Alfa Romeo, one thing I will say, the Group 4, in my opinion, didn't get a chance to shine across round 1 due to weather conditions, wet weather sort of negating any sort of tyre wear and to an extent fuel wear across all the cars. But next time we go to a dry race that has long, fast corners, that Alpha, in my opinion, will be near unstoppable.
Yeah, and you just mentioned a big elephant in the room in terms of how this season will go, and that is the weather. And checking the calendar at the moment, I think there's about, is it 5 or 6 tracks that weather could affect us? I think it's...
I thought the number was lower, but it's something around there.
Yeah.
I get the official
calendar
word.
up? Yeah, because there's a fair few. I know that, but it's definitely thrown a cat amongst the pigeons, the weather. Like we saw... Even the guy who's second place in Div 1, TX3 GTR, he struggled in terms of getting out of the pit lane. Of course, he was on dry tyres, and it was absolutely soaking wet on the exit. But the Division 3 guys definitely got caught out by that. Because a lot of those guys that spun out, it definitely affected him in the points. Like, you're looking at Brewer in 10th place, and he... of course, had the same Mercedes issue that Blind Man did. It just didn't have pace, but he even had a bit of a slip in the wet, and it's been a bit of a baptism of fire as well. Looking at Rex in P8 and the points, how do you think Rex has gone with the step up at the moment, Lenocis? Do you think he's doing okay?
I mean, he's there or thereabouts. I mean, the pace, he's shown his pace, particularly last season in winning the Division 4 championship. And now he's got the new challenge of Division 3. And the first race was a bit more quiet, but last Sunday at Daytona, he just showed why he was the Division 4 champion. And he was sort of hanging around. He had the opportunity to get really high result in the end there, but the stars didn't quite align for him, and found himself a little bit down the order. But I mean, he's already proven to us that he can be a very quick operator, and he just found himself a little bit on the unlucky side at Daytona. But I'm sure he'll bounce back and get a couple of good, decent results this season and prove to us why he belongs in this Division 3 field.
Yep, agreed. And just look at the rest of the points at the moment. Daz, who had an almighty struggle at the Nürburgring, just the wet weather, the strategy, but he bounced back quite nicely at Daytona. The BRZ, he put that well and truly in the mix with the Supras. And another guy that ended up, he won the Womble Award for Division 3, Budsy, in the Porsche. That Porsche was the surprise package of the entire weekend across Group A.
Absolutely.
He put that P2 by a 10th, and that's a Herculean effort. So for Budsy, and especially for the ISA Esports boys, they've been whacked around a little bit in round 1. We do hope that they've seen that they've got a lot of confidence out of that, and the car's good. So they should go into the next couple of rounds, and they're going to have a bit more information when we get to our next round for the GT3s at Willow Springs, because we've run the Porsches there before. And last but not least, the points for Pruski, I wouldn't worry about that too much because he missed the first round, and of course with the points penalty in the second round, you saw he was on the podium, so that he's clearly comfortable in that Toyota. Same with a few of the boys over in the Division 2 side. So keeping tabs on that, you've got the points leader Stickers. Didn't he just dominate that Division 2 race at the Nürburgring?
Absolutely. I mean, we saw it at the end of last season. Stickers had some brilliant form from about round 5 and onwards. I think he did win round 5. So yeah, from about round 5 till the end of the season, Stickers was just in a class of his own next to young Wakey himself. And now this season, he's come out firing on all cylinders and completely just thrashed the field in that first race at Nürburgring. So keen to see what happens this Sunday as well on that side of things.
I'm not keen at all. The big surprise so far, I think the biggest surprise of all, the black light cars. You see Maverick and Lunacy there in second and third in the championship. At the Nürburgring, that car was dancing absolutely brilliantly around the corners. It was perfect in the wet weather, but the big question to mind is it going to have the same issue as the Mercedes did it last weekend? Because with Black Project's incident, we didn't really get a good sort of indicator as to where the Ferrari sort of sits in the field. So we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled on Maverick and Lunacy, of course, or as we fondly call cruising, Goose, back in the day, in the BMW days. Old Wakey P4. You've got Evil Evo in P5. Now, that's a big surprise for mine because I genuinely believe he is a championship contender for sure. Make no mistake about that. Race Fan in 6th, of course, had the big incident on... I'm sure there was quite a few swear words thrown around in the CP chats, Muffin.
Yeah, look, there may have been a few, but that's probably not stream appropriate in my opinion.
Then you got Dadson in 7th at the moment, and Dadson, it's an interesting little case. He's made the step up to Division 2, and he's a guy that we expected to actually come into Division 2 brimming with confidence, and he wasn't so sure about his own pace stepping into the Division 2, because it is quite the jump. And we fondly know that Division 2, these boys absolutely play for keeps. There's no doubts about that one. He's settled in quite nicely. The P7 on the weekend, he did a great job. What are you thinking on that one, Lenocis? Of course, former teammate and team owner Dadson is of yours?
Yeah, I mean, Dadson, he's definitely a realist. You don't see a lot of optimism from Dadson when it comes to results. Especially last season, he was doubting himself all the way up until the final race, until he finally believed he could win it on the final lap of the final race there at Sedegna. But then jumping up into the Division 2 field, I mean, anyone's going to have their doubts stepping up from Division 3. Straight into Division 2, it's one of our most competitive fields that we have on offer here at Sector 1. So, yeah, one mistake can see you down a couple of positions, and I mean, he's doing a great job there, Dadson, sitting in P7 for Dadson Racing Team, especially in the Mercedes. I mean, I think he's the highest placed Mercedes in his respective championship at the moment, so doing a great job there, Dadson.
Well, the plot twist is he's the only team that picked the Mercedes. So then you've got two drivers who prove they can definitely run at the front of that field in S-Mid and DP Mario. So the Black Rose boys with DP Mario, he's going to be one to watch for sure over the season because he showed at Nürburgring he's not here to play with spiders. He's here to win. Then you've got Pat Star who had a little bit of an incident, unfortunately, at the Nürburgring at the hands of yours truly, and I'm still very, very, very sorry about that, Pat Star, because that was all me. Speaking of me, there's 11th. 12th is Salazar Black and Kung Fu. They had a bit of a struggle at the Nürburgring. Cayman just didn't really want to play ball in the wet, but they'll have a fair bit of confidence going into Division 2 race because the Porsche was so brutally fast in Division 3, and then of course we've got someone who's last down the bottom there who's got no points, and I wonder who that is.
I was too busy go-karting, sorry guys.
And the last division we're going to go through for this weekend, and this is the division I'm very keen to keep an eye on because there is so many different tangles of elements in this one. So VF's on top of the championship in the Mercedes for Dadson, and we know VF is a very shrewd, very calculating driver. Benier, of course, dropping down from Division 3. Make no mistake about it, Benier's quick. He is very quick, and he'll be hard to beat this weekend as well. Debrev, of course, great start to his CP career over in the McLaren there. How has he fitted in with your mob there, Muffin?
Well, he's fitting quite nicely. He's a valued member of the team, always happy to express input, and happy to take some on wherever he can. Yeah, so far, he's really liking the McLaren. I think it's suited him really well. I think the sort of MR design is something very familiar to him, having run in previous seasons in Sector 1. He's just taken to it like a duck to water, best thing to really say.
Yep, and just going through the chat, the prospector, Dadson, he's happy where he is at the moment, and so he should be. Pat Star has said, that's all right, Karen, I drink Gentleman Jack. Yep, I'll fix that up. Stickers has also stated, don't count out Evil on the alternative strategy and race fan for this weekend. Very, very big points. And speaking of alternate strategies and Evil Evo, his teammate Petey Pops in P4, it's only early days, but he's going to want to put the foot down this weekend and really deliver a strong result because those Toyota Supras are going to be very, very hard to beat. I think there's only 3 or 4 of them off the top of my head. There's 4 of them, which is going to be very, very hard to beat. And then you've got a guy with no skills who's he did very well in his first race, actually. Lenocis, did you keep any tabs on how the Black Rose guys have gone, especially skills? I thought he raced very, very well actually in
I
P5.
haven't been keeping up with the Black Rose Racing guys as much as I would like to, purely because a lot of their drivers, aside from Ando in Division 1 who hasn't raced, they're in Division 2 and Division 4, so I haven't really had that much time to keep up with them, but I mean, yeah, you're asking the wrong person, Brent.
Then you see Ice and Renegade, P6 as well for Hooncorp. He's fitted really well into the Hooncorp squad from what I've seen. Dazza in P7, he'll be looking for a big result this weekend. We've seen he can run at the front of the field before, and he's not afraid to throw down. We remember that fantastic battle with Womble in Deep Forest last season. Malevolent one for Deeds. He's quietly confident that he can get a decent result this weekend. He's found a little bit of pace from what I've heard. Looking very I'm very forward to looking. I'm getting all my words wrong. Jeez, I'm just too excited for this weekend. You got Keza in P9 at the moment, who'll be looking for a strong result. Of course, in the Subaru as well for Brocky 05 Sim Racing. Then you got Womble himself in P10 in the Toyota. He'll be looking to really make a big result, considering he's now finally finished his sim rig after 7 seasons, and he's in the car of choice, the Toyota. You got Rev's Law in the Nissan. Rev's, of course, just a little bit of a struggle, but he will bounce back. We've seen he's got pace. He did a couple of races in the Community Series previously. Then you got Lambinator, who definitely had a bit of a struggle, but with Scar getting a podium for Lightning Motorsport, he'll have all that information under his disposal. Then you've got Isa Diablos, who unfortunately missed last week's race, was very unwell, so we do wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he is on the track on Sunday. And, of course, the Good Doctor, who had real-life commitments as well, and the team owner for Blacklight, despite the fact that he hasn't got any points, he'll be genuinely happy about the way the Black White boys are running at the moment. So that's a bit of a rundown of all our divisions at the moment. Guys in chat, if you've got any predictions for the first, for this weekend or for the rest of the season, fire them away as we have have a look and see where we're at and what everyone else's thoughts are. And just a quick question before we go to the community series, guys. Do you have any predictions of your own this season? Is there anyone that stood out to you, or anyone that's sort of just run under the weather a little bit?
Dadson to get a race win. That's my bold prediction.
Oh, oh.
Come on, Dadson. You got to live up to it now, mate. It's been said.
I was on a very similar wavelength there. I'm not going to lie to you. One thing actually I'm going to put in, there'll be an Alfa Romeo getting 2 wins this season. I'm going to pick it now. I'm not sure
No
which
more,
one,
no
but there will be
less?
an Alfa
2?
Romeo. No, 2 more. 2. No more, no less.
It's a very vague prediction.
I'm going to throw a big prediction in, and it's going to be a bit of a shocker to you guys, but I genuinely believe the Nissans are, and I'm not counting TX3 in this because I'm pretty confident he will, but I reckon there'll be another Nissan in the grid that wins a race this season. Genuinely.
Other Nissan
I
is
can
in
see that
not
happening.
GTR?
Nope, not GTR, and I reckon it will, and I reckon genuinely it'll be the Black Rose boys that get the win.
Yep.
I've
DP
got a
Mario's
bold
winner.
prediction.
Oh, Carbon Boy. Hello.
I
My
have
bold
a bold
prediction is-
prediction for this season. A Deeds driver to not run out of fuel. all season.
Oh, that's very bold. I mean, don't know if it's going to happen. Season 7 might be the one.
Oh, let's wait and see. Alrighty, guys. So, I think we might just have to swing over to the community series. I'm going to go down on the track, actually, and see what's what through the paddock. I'm seeing a few of the teams just setting up a little bit. I only see one Respawn Esports car in the pit lane at this point, and that's the car of Benny getting prepared. Definitely seeing some shifty little figures down over near the Red Mist Racing crew. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, I'm just looking at a couple of other things down the pit lane at this point. What's going on down it? All right, so the Alpha boys look like they're eating cheese and wine. What's going on there? You want us to just throw an explanation there, stranger, because they're not the cans of beers we're used to up and down the pit lane. And last but not least, Carbon Boy, why is your Supra? I'm seeing it getting packed into the truck right now. Why has your Supra got white wheels on it?
I'm suspecting vandalism by a jealous opposition team who just could not handle the brilliance that is orange wheels.
Morgan's chimed in the chat. We've already met your prediction 3 times so far. Luke.
Only 3. Only 3.
So, yeah, no, looking very, very forward to the community series, boys. This grid has got a mix of, it's like I want to call this a Bitzer grid, because you got new community drivers that have never even been involved in Sector 1, and we thank them so much for jumping behind the wheel tonight, getting a taste of things. You've got some old faces coming back as well, and a couple of guys in the grid that currently race in the Sector 1 series, so it'll give quite a few of these guys a little bit of a feeler as to how we operate here in our very fantastic league. And speaking of operating, we also have a giveaway going at this point at the moment. So if you jump on our Facebook page and have a look at the pinned post, you'll see we're doing a $50 PSN voucher, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic to see who wins that one. It's going to be a completely random giveaway, no bias from our end. We're spinning a wheel, and whatever it lands on. So yeah, good luck, everybody. But no, it's in celebration of 500 subscribers here on our Sector 1 YouTube channel. So massive congratulations to the Sector 1 team. And of course, thank you so much to everybody that has liked it, subscribed, watched our videos at any given moment, and gotten involved. Make sure you smack the like button tonight, guys, too. We've only got 5 likes at this stage, so hopefully we can get to at least 15 to 20.
Yep. It just went up to 6.
I reckon that's achievable.
Woo!
I might
Alright,
make
so
it
I
7.
don't think we keep these community guys waiting any longer. I think pretty soon. Oh, actually, I need to get into the lobby first.
Oh,
Yes,
gee.
you probably should come into the Daytona Speedway combox, mate. It's currently pretty lonely here by myself.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
There's a little bit of shade already in the chat from Viper and TX3. So Viper just said, "Don't put the pressure on me, please," at TX3 GDR, and GDR's just responded coldly. "Sounds like a you problem." And Viper's come back saying, "Get out." Oh no, boys, if this is the way the band is gonna be, let it rip.
Alright, I
Well,
reckon
no
it's
pressure.
time to click that big red button, Mr. Muffin.
Well, it's red,
I
white, and
think it
blue.
is.
It's red, white, and blue in the US.
Red, white, and blue, is it? What? Somebody's must have given it a paint job.
Yep, no, I got a little email from the Daytona track owners and said that it has to be red, white, and blue because God bless America, land of the free, home of the brave.
Sounds about right.
Home of the cheeseburger.
Oh
right,
no!
I am painting that button orange ASAP.
All right, let's get underway.
Alright. Oh, I'm shivering from
Are we?
excitement.
Alright, we're here in the grid Daytona. The sun is setting soon. The lights are on here at the track. It looks just utterly picturesque. There's no other way to put it.
Absolutely. I mean, as the drivers are starting to make their way out on track at the moment, and yeah, we've got a wide range of drivers here. I mean, we've got Speedy Tires making his return in the CP colours, might I add. Viper Z. I've never heard of him before. Noodles making his return since Trial Mountain in Season 6. So Noodles back on the grid.
Yep, one thing I can confirm for you as well, Noodles, a very fast operator, previous front runner back in Season 6 and in the Community Series of seasons gone by. Viper Z also ran the Community Series back in the Gran Turismo Sport days and was a very formidable opponent for everyone on that grid there, so he should be doing well tonight.
Yeah, and also another returning name is NASCAR, sporting the what? Oh, it's the doghouse. It's the dog. Oh, I almost said the dog bull. It's the red dog livery, which I mean, that looks incredible. But NASCAR, nice to see him back on the grid. I don't think he's raced since Season 5, if my memory serves me.
I believe the Scrap Sylvia season was the last time we saw him here, and
yes.
during the break he unfortunately had to go and Team 53 had to leave Sector 1, but can confirm Team 53 does exist outside Sector 1, and I do hope in the near future we'll see NASCAR back on the grid full time, because he is definitely a worthy driver here.
And we see Carbon Boy here sporting the Bacchus colours, which I believe is based off the What's the
Yep,
team?
it is the Team 18 livery run by Mike Winterbottom this season.
The DeWalt's yellow and black livery, which looks incredible. Which Carbon Boy last time he was out got the P2 in last Sunday at this track too, might I add. So looking good.
Can I just say, is that a conflict of interest, the fact that he's not running orange wheels on this car?
I mean, the rest of the car makes up for it. I mean, it's yellow, basically orange.
Then behind that Carbon Boy, we've got HC Lewis in the Black Rose Racing, I should say, Penrite livery, which something we'll put on about this car. Penrite is actually a sponsor of the team, so while they are representing like a Grove Racing, David Reynolds and Matt Payne car, they are physically sponsored by Penrite, so that livery is...
Carbon Boy! Oh no! Oh! Carbon Boy! Oh no, he's been reset.
Yeah, look, that's what happens when you try and let Lewis by and the rear end gets a bit, how you going?
Yep. Well, get your spins out now, mate. Don't do them in the race.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Carbon Boy has had, what, 40 minutes of practice in this car, so... I wouldn't judge him too
Take
hard.
the 0 off the end of that, mate.
A guy in I think he might be P7 at the moment, P10 at the moment. He's done previous running a long way back, as far as I'm aware, in the Community Series. So even like the very, very early days of Sector 1, I understand he was running around the Community Series a little bit. Took a little bit of a break to just traverse other leagues as well, give it a go, see what he was capable of. But he's returned and looking very... He's not a bit... I'd say he's a bit nervous, but yeah, no, he's looking... He's been chopping at the bit to get behind the wheel, to be honest.
As Noodles sets the first lap, a 46
3. Speedy Tyres goes immediately to the top of the times with a 45.5. Vaporized. P10 Durs. What?
Pointer.
Okay, Pointer goes into P2. Carbon Boy with a non-representative lap time because of his spin. And we see looking around, it looks like Nick and Scar both have penalties, so that's not great. So, yeah, Speedy Tyres, top of the times, CP number 1 at the moment, as these guys all cross the line.
Why am I not
CP
surprised?
number 1. There is nothing else you want to see rather than CP number 1. Let's be realistic here, guys.
No,
No.
no, anything but. Because we know the banter between Chase and everybody else as a team owner. He is not afraid to let us know about it. There are a couple of big cars down towards the field. I know there's am I right in saying, is Larry Perkins driving that the Lightning Motorsport car? What's the go there?
Which one's the Lightning Motorsport?
That is the one driven by Scar, I believe.
That would make sense.
That is a cracking looking livery.
Oh, sorry, not Scar. Sorry, my apologies.
Who's driving it? What?
Collie Nick, sorry, a different
Collie
Vertec
Nick.
driver, my apologies.
Yes, there we go.
Glorious looking car.
But some say Larry Perkins' alternate account is Collie Nick, but we'll never know.
Well, I mean, come on, Larry. You're P8 at the moment. Come on, get up the timing sheets.
Now, look, that livery there, I could be very wrong in saying it, but did that car not go from last to first in Bathurst back in 1994? I could be wrong, chat. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't alive at the time. So really, Larry Perkins doing a last to first is definitely on the cards here.
As Stranger has pointed out in chat, not all the cars have the liveries on, which is a little bit of a disappointment.
It's a little bit tricky though, because being in the community series, we have got quite a few new faces as well, such as Walker17. He's doing a good job at the moment, actually, getting used to this car. A couple of these guys will definitely be they're not too fond of the Discord just yet, and just still sort of getting their head around how it works. We'll give them a couple of goes. They'll be fine with it after 2 or 3 attempts.
So this is a little bit confusing. In the same race, we have Collie Nick, and we also have Nick K.
We're just going to call him Nicky.
Yeah, we'll call Collie Nick and Nicky.
Collie Nick and Nicky. Okay, I'll have to make sure to remember that.
So Nick's driving, it looks like just one of, so he's driving one of the default Genesis liveries there, so it looks like a bit of a Hyundai gang up at this stage, but...
Which car was that with the default livery, was it, you said?
It would be Nick. There's a couple of guys that are running it, so, yeah. But don't the cars look fantastic under lights, don't they?
Okay,
Yeah.
there must be an issue with the stream. From what I can see, at least, every car on the grid here is running a livery. Nick is running the Blacklight sponsored ammo Genesis there, if we're looking at the same car.
Oh, true. So it must be GT doing GT things.
Yeah, well, after the qualifying, I think I might leave and rejoin. I reckon that is a good idea. But
Yep,
we have
definitely.
missed it. Noodles and Lewis have pipped Speedy Tyres, the current fastest lap of 45.1 by Noodles, as everybody peels into the pits with 2.5 minutes remaining in the qualifying session. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Currently, top 4 split by just over half a second. That is pretty darn close, I will admit.
Absolutely.
Got to give
And
props to Pretender there, Poiter at the moment. He's doing a fantastic job. He really is.
Also, I think it must be said that wait, what was I going to say? Yeah, the times being set by these guys, the 45.1s, they're also extremely competitive times in the main game that we're seeing from the Group 3 category that we had a couple of nights ago. So, yeah, I mean, and this car definitely isn't the quickest around here. It is quick, but I mean, 45.1 is just incredible stuff from Noodles. As
100% from all the boys, and in that, for comparison's sake, a 45.1 currently will put them round about mid-pack in Division 1, but you also got to keep in mind the wind direction for Division 1 Sunday just gone was a lot more beneficial going down the main straight. Now it's in a completely different direction, so if the wind was more optimal, I would not be surprised if these guys are doing 44s.
Yeah, I mean, with 1 minute remaining in the qualifying session, I wouldn't put it past them to set a 44. They're only 1/10 away at the moment, so not far to
And
go.
currently, I will admit here, Lewis about to come to the start-finish line. He was up by about a tenth on his best lap. Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line.
Oh!
Goes to pole.
So
What a
close
lap.
to a 44. As I believe Noodles is on an out lap, so this lap won't be representative. But Lewis, brilliant lap by him. 45.036. Carbon Boy 46.6. Improves himself 2 P9 ahead of Nick, or the Knicks. There's also Fezza, it looks like. We have a intercontinental driver in Sector 1 for the first time in a while. I believe the last one that we had was, what was his name? Ismail Truth in Season 5 for CP, replacing Brocky. I believe he was from Turkey. So
I believe you're right in saying that, yes.
very interesting.
Yes, no.
It's good that we're seeing some drivers from outside of the typical Australasia region.
Yep. Now, I want to say as well to Fezza, mate, I'm not sure what time of day it is for you, but you must be very out of sync with your sleep schedule, mate. My lord.
Absolutely. I mean, if it should be around early morning. Should be. I mean, I don't have a clock in my room for the time in the United States, but yeah, it's got to be around there. I mean, because they're definitely ahead of us, right? I mean, behind us, but technically ahead. You know what I mean?
I think, I know what you mean. Approximating right now being 8:17 local time here on the east coast of Australia. I'd estimate for him right now, depending on where he is, it could be anywhere between, let's say, 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Without a doubt.
It's a very early
I could be
start
wrong in
for
saying
Fezza.
that. Definitely.
As
I
we
will admit,
see-
I'm not a wizard, but sorry, go on.
As we see Speedy Tyres trying to make his way past Fezza on the final laps of the qualifying session. Carbon Boy improves. That's his qualifying session done. As these guys finish.
Hey,
Noodles!
Lewis goes to pole with 44.9.
Noodles sets
Noodles,
the
sorry.
44. Brilliant stuff from
Wow,
Noodles.
what a phenomenal lap.
Yeah, I mean, in these unfavourable wind conditions, a 44 is mega. Absolutely incredible. Walker sets a 147, which puts him into P13. VTX Jake goes up to... Wait, where is VTX Jake? Wait.
Trying to get who you're looking for there,
Thirsty
mate.
is VTX Jake. Okay. I was like, I thought I had lost someone there. So that should be everybody finished the qualifying session now. So I believe somebody's in the pits. Is it, who is in the pits? I'm not too sure who's in the pits.
Still good. All the cars now are in the pits, currently getting themselves psyched up for the race. We'll let Lenocis leave the con box, get a breath of fresh air. Hopefully when he comes back, he'll have the ability to view all the magnificent liveries on the grid here in Sector 1.
I think first, before I do that, we'll just do a quick run through of the qualifying order. So on pole position today is Noodle. Well, for race 1, it's Noodles, returning driver with a 44.9, the only driver on the grid to set a 44. Lewis alongside him on the front row. Viper Z, P3 in the Hooncorp livery. Speedy Tyres, P4 for CP. Thirsty, P5. In what livery is that? Is that the
That is the APL Automotive. That might be
APL?
Obsession.
Oh, it's my own team. It's my own team.
Lenocis, Lenocis, Lenocis.
Sorry, Prua. Forgive me, please. In P6, it's Poiter. P7 is Scar. 8 is Just Nick. P9 is Carbon Boy. P10 is NASCAR in the Red Dog livery. 11th is Collie Nick. 12th is the American Fezza. And he's technically it's his home race if you think about it, because we are in the United States and he is American, so home race. Walker 17 in P13 and Killer and the Loose rounds out our top 14.
So I am going to quickly reset. Wait, actually, okay. My liveries look like they've loaded in on the sidebar, but I don't think. I'm not gonna take the risk. I'm gonna restart the lobby. I mean, not the lobby, but like I'm gonna exit out and join back. You know.
Speaking of exiting and joining, I'm going to go down to the pit lane. I've just had a message come through from the Datsun Racing crew, wondering if they could have superchargers extra added to their, or something or rather. I'm just looking at here. I don't know. I'm going to have to go down and have a look and see what extra power they're on about, because...
Well, Carbon Boy's the one in the Datsun car tonight. I think he'd want the extra power.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go find out and see what's going on, guys. So just bear with me, and I'll be seeing you soon. If not, good luck to everybody racing tonight. And
I'm pretty sure this is where I'm meant to make a joke about throwing the sandbags out of the boot or something along the line of that.
Yeah, from what I've seen, actually, just down here in the pit lane, it looks like the Datsun boys are taking sandbags into the truck. So I dare say they've come out of the cars for this weekend.
It's
but
yeah.
yeah, looks like that. But yeah, good luck to everybody tonight, and of course, smack the like button, guys. We are up to 14 likes at this stage on the Sector 1 on this stream, whatever you call it. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Don't miss a minute of the action, because we have Group B coming your way, of course, with our big 500 sub giveaway and Divisions 2 and 4 on the way, so stay tuned for that one this Sunday night. It's going to be an absolute screamer of an event.
Absolutely. So I think it's ready to push the big red button. What do you think, Mr. Muffin? It's a 20-minute race tonight, followed by another 20-minute race that is reverse grid. So as we got the track map up right now. So 10-minute qualifying, 20-minute race 1, 20-minute race 2, reverse grid, soft tyres, 3x tyre wear and fuel, and the Genesis G70 GT3 race car. So I think it's just about ready to start. Whenever the big red button gets clicked, which it has been clicked, we are going to go racing at Daytona once again in the Community Series.
It's good to be back. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. The Community Series is always one of the best things you'll see here in Sector 1. Such a variety of drivers, such great cars. It's always lovely to watch.
All right, place your bets, everyone. How chaotic is Turn 1 going to be?
How many practice starts have these guys done is a great question, actually. As we start getting the light sequence. 5 lights. They're very long hold. They're out and away we go, racing at Daytona in the Community Series. And it looks like our Noodles gets off to a brilliant start. Just holding off
Thirsty Ho does one better. Goes to the P2 from P5.
Look at this. Is he going to chuck it down the inside? Let's see what happens. Keep it clean, boys. Oh, it looks... Oh, huge contact.
There's chaos.
Oh,
that's
chaos. Somebody turned around. Who's that? That's Poiter. And it looks like... that a couple of people have been, oh, huge contact, another person pushed wide. Who's that in the background? Oh, I believe that's, who is that? Is that, it must be Nick. Oh, yeah, I think it's Nick. Just got shuffled out wide in the blacklight car there. As it looks like it's all kicking off down at turn 5 as well. As it looks like a couple of moves, maybe a little bit of contact. Squiggling
Killer's been...
Wow, Killer's gone! Oh no, he couldn't hold it.
Oh no, he saved it. He has saved it. Oh no, he can't do this one.
Oh no, this is so chaotic. As Killer... Oh, he almost
takes out Poiter.
Oh my goodness. As we look back up front, Noodles still holding the lead ahead of Lewis here. Thirsty in third, which I believe you said that... Oh, Carbon Boy up into P4! Oh my goodness! That's 6 positions gained! Carbon Boy, what's happened there?
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure surviving the first couple of corners had a lot to do with this.
Oh my goodness. As Viper Z currently sitting in P5 of the Home Court car under a lot of pressure from Scar. What team's livery is that? It's based off the Kmart supercar, isn't it?
That livery there, yep, Kmart, Greg Murphy, number 51, back from the early 2000s. That is ISA Esports.
ISA, alright, and Scars in the ISA car, followed by another historic supercars livery, who is driven by Kolinick for Lightning Motorsport. But
Yep, we
Speedy
believe
Tyres,
that's the Larry.
he's lost out so much, Speedy Tyres. I believe he started P3, didn't he? And now he's down into P8, so not the greatest of starts from Speedy Tyres. Possibly one of the ones that just got shuffled out wide a little bit.
Yep, that's okay. It's a
lot of
long
tyre
race ahead.
smoke
Carbon
into
Boy
turn
gets a
5.
biff. Oh, wow.
Oh, as Scar gets past Viperized. But Viperized under a lot of pressure from Kolinick. Oh, huge contact between Scar and Carbon Boy. As Scar went for the dive bomb, but I don't think the gap was ever really there. As Carbon Boy just flashing his lights at Scar. So, yeah, I mean, not too sure about that one.
That's fine. We'll let the stewards and Speedy go for a move on Carbon Boy. Oh, it's just getting worse and worse now.
There's 3 wide coming into the chicane here. Kolinick, Vipers and Scar. As they settle themselves down, Scar moves up into P4.
Yeah, and I just want to say, like, first, second, third have currently pulled away, but 4th through to what that would be 9th is all bumper to bumper. That is amazing after a couple laps here of chaotic racing. We've still got a nice little battle pack to watch here.
Yeah, absolutely. As Carbon Boy under a lot of pressure from Just Nick as well. As they cross the line to start the 3rd lap. As Just Nick is pushing Carbon Boy through the corner almost. As thinks about a move but just holds out. 4 now is, oh my god, we have 6 cars. Oh no! Carbon Boy, he's lost it. Oh no. How's that happened? Oh, Carbon Boy! Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Lost it. Had some assistance in that, perhaps.
Okay,
Look
we'll
back on the
persevere,
next
mate.
level racing action replay at Carbon Boy's spin. So potentially some assistance, and then pulls out right in front of Fezzer, but Fezzer escaped without damage, luckily. But it's okay, Carbon Boy. There's still another race to go, so it isn't too much of an issue. As I have made an error with my thing at the moment. Hang on 1 second, everybody. There we go. Now we're back to the proper race time. I changed to the replay, and then it reset my timer, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
That's alright, it's okay. Looking now, can I just say quietly, currently the best lap from the guy in P1, Noodles, is a 1:45.3. That is phenomenal pace. What on earth is he got under the hood of that car?
Yeah, I mean, in the Community Series, it should just be a flat-out sprint to the finish line for everybody. So...
Yep. I was going to say, got a bit of drama here. Scar just served a penalty in P5, gone to lose position to Speedy and Kolinick.
One position, losing him so many positions, 3 positions. As he dives down the inside straight again of Speedy Tyres. Speedy flashing his lights a little bit, maybe not too happy with that move, but Scar moves himself up into P6 after the penalty. He is sporting the ISA livery. As Speedy almost gets up on the inside of Scar there, but can't quite get the overtake done, unfortunately.
Definitely. Looking ahead now, P2, P3, the gap has definitely shortened up. Thirsty Ho's on the back of Lewis now, well and truly within range of the slipstream. If he can stay here for the next couple of corners, he's going to get a nice good pull going down the oval section of this great racetrack.
Yeah, absolutely. As Lewis, he's actually gone purple. As Thirsty, he's got the fastest lap. He's pinched it off Noodles on the last lap, a 45.2. So it'd be interesting to see whether Lewis or Thirsty... Oh, Lewis is up massively purple. 1 1/4 tenths. As they're only a second behind Noodles as well. So don't discount any of these guys for race 1's win.
Yep. Now I want to see here what happens between Thirsty Ho and HC Lewis. Is Ho going to work with Lewis and bump draft him up to Noodles? Is he going to go for the move straight away, secure P2, and just let Noodles drive off into the distance?
Well, let's see what happens. It's the community series. Anything can happen. Points are not on the line. It's all about fun. But let's see what happens as Lewis crosses the line, doesn't improve. Thirsty Ho does improve, though. 1:45.1. We're almost into qualifying trim territory. Incredible stuff.
Wow. Thirsty Ho's got that car hooked up real nice now, and Lewis is going to be looking at his rear mirrors more than looking forward at this point. He's going to be scared, absolutely poopless.
As Colin Nick, he's currently sitting in P4, a couple of seconds. Oh, as I say that, Scar almost pulls up a move into turn 3, but unfortunately, Colin Nick covers it off, and they both live to fight another day. As a Scar might, thought about chucking it down the inside into turn 5. As looked like there's a little bit of bump there from Scar, but both drivers live to fight another day as they head down towards the outfield. As they peel onto the oval now. Collie Nick has bridged a little bit of a gap. Gets a little bit squirrely on exit. That gap immediately goes down as Scar clips the wall as well, Collie Nick. So Scar will go up into P4 as well.
Yeah, we've got Speedy Tyres behind there as well, also in the slip. He's going to get a nice good tow going down this back straight here and all the way around to the front straight. Speedy Tyres also currently purple.
With the slipstream, so Speedy's very pacey driver. We've seen it in past seasons, and sporting the CP livery. The CP livery itself is worth 2 to 3 tenths, so as he is still up by a tenth, he could potentially get a 44 here. Stealing the fastest lap out of the clutches of the front 3. He's practically pushing Collie Nick. Peels out from behind Collie Nick. He's got overspeed as well. He should get the move done as they're side by side as they cross the line. And he does go purple, 45.09 for Speedy Tyres. And Collie Nick manages to hold the position from Speedy Tyres. So that's great defense from Collie Nick. But I would imagine...
Definitely is.
Speedy should be able to get through sometime in the near future.
Also, going behind that, as Speedy Tyres goes for a move on Collie Nick. Collie Nick goes wide. They keep it clean. Collie Nick holds around the outside though. Well done to him.
Yeah, Speedy couldn't quite get the traction on the inside line. As we look down
Will's
the
got a
order
nice
now,
battle here. Yes,
Just
now look
Nick.
at it. And Viper Z.
Yeah, just Nick and Viper Z. It looked like these guys were fighting on the back straight on the last lap. So, just
I think at this point, these guys here... Yep, we're currently about halfway into this race. At this point... it's Nick! He doesn't
gone.
save it! He does not save it, unfortunately.
So close for Nick. Not a great way to mark the halfway mark of this race, as he's going to get overtaken by Fezzer. Looks like maybe, potentially, yes, he will get him done, and maybe even Poiter might get the move done. As we'll look back on the next level racing action replay at Nick's spin, as we're following on board with that. It looked like he just lit up the tyres a little bit too much, and yeah, sent the car into a bit of a fishtail and a little bit of an overcorrection, and he was unable to save it. As Nick and Viper Z are still fighting, as Nick manages to hold on to the position somehow from Poiter. Behind us, Fezzer picks up a half-second penalty.
Yeah, I also want to say as well, I was watching that move through chicane, through these 3 cars here, Nick, Fezzer and Poiter. Fezzer had the move done, but then got loose partway through chicane, picked a penalty up from going wide, but then had that little speed taken off. Nick just cruised straight past again, back into P8. So, even after that mistake, going back onto the oval last lap, he has managed to only lose just 1 position from it.
Yeah, something to mention as well is that Fezzer's livery, it's the Brocchio 5 car, Brocchio 5 Sim Racing, and it is also the Brocchio 5 car, which... It's funny how it is, Brocky and Brocky and Brocky and Brocky.
Of course. Did you forget Brocky?
Nah, yeah, Brocky. And looking behind, there's Walker in the beautiful Deeds racing car. Oh my goodness. Very sparkly, very shiny.
Yes, and also when I'm looking at the car as well, I'm going to have to, I was going to ask the question what initials BC stand for, but that sounds like the initials of our commentator co-host that was here earlier on, Brent, aka Karen. So thanks BC for
Thanks,
giving us
BC.
this hectic livery.
Thanks, BC. Yeah, but that's an incredible livery. All the everything just works together with it. I mean, the green and the gold. I mean, yeah, it looks great.
Oh, we got to move here. Carbon Boy NASCAR nearly going too wide through chicane. NASCAR.
Carbon Boy picks up the
penalty for
penalty.
Carbon Boy. Wow, that was great to watch that. God,
Yeah,
going too
whoops.
wide through that fast part of the track. Wow.
Care to explain, Carbon Boy, why you have a half-second penalty hanging over your head?
Do I really need to?
As NASCAR re-overtakes in the Red Dog car.
Captain Penalty should be able to fill you in on that one.
Yes, nah. As a person who's familiar with penalties and spinning, can confirm that he managed to unfortunately get too much grass on the exit of the bus stop chicane at the back straight there. Easy to do, but it's okay. Quick serve and you're going again. Lost of position because of it, but he's still within touching distance of NASCAR, so this race is not over yet.
Absolutely. As we look up the order, it looks like Thirsty has overtaken Lewis, and Lewis is putting him under a lot of pressure.
Wow, it must have happened on the last lap. Just comparing lap times between the two, Thirsty Ho went half a second quicker last lap compared to HC Lewis.
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
phenomenal.
I mean,
But yep. If I may, sorry, interrupt quickly. Something we missed completely as well. A guy with no slipstream and Noodles set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:45.0.
yeah,
What on earth, good sir?
you are absolutely correct, Muffin. It's 45.0. Oh my goodness. That is a very, very rapid lap, almost in the 44s. That's less than half a tenth of his qualifying time.
That is insane. Thank God next race is reverse grid. Noodles, you can go to the back and stay at the back. Give some other people a chance to win a race, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. As I don't think we've spoken about this Respawn Esports livery, but I believe it is based off one of the Vodafone liveries.
I believe it is too, yes. Sorry, I'll just play looking back. I was looking at the back here. Battle between Speedy Tyre, Scar and Nick, 4th, 5th and 6th. They are going hammer and tongs. Speedy goes to move at the inside of the turn 2 hairpin.
Oh, can you get
Does
it
he
done?
make it stick? No, he cannot.
As Kolinik pulls away from Speedy Tyres. As they come down. Oh, Scar went a little bit wide. As he goes wide again, could they? Can they capitalise on Scar's mistake? Oh, Kolinik! Huge slide. Oh, don't want to be doing that too many times.
Yeah. As these guys keep fighting, Viper's has joined the fray, making it a 4-car fight for the best of the rest honours now. My lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and that Hooncorp. Now, I've just clicked onto that Hooncorp livery. That is based on what looks to be not a Vodafone, but rather Shane Van Gisbergen's VIP Pet Foods car from the early 2010s.
That's the Hooncorp car, yeah.
Yes,
But
sorry, yep. I'm talking about Respawn, correct.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm getting my cars mixed up. I sincerely apologise. I'm just getting distracted by the beauty of these magnificent beasts.
Yeah, we have some magnificent... Wait. What?
Yep, I know what I said.
What? No, I'm just reading what Womble's setting. Chat, is Womble dissing his own livery? Is I reading that right?
Well, I think Womble can clear that up for us, I think. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole in case I get it wrong.
As Thirsty and Lewis are still going at it, as Lewis has finally got past Thirsty there, and there was a slight little bit of contact down into turn 1, but these guys keeping it clean for the most part. 3 minutes remain.
Yep, 3 minutes remain. Currently, the battle for 2nd and 3rd is not finished. The battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and you could argue 7th at this point isn't finished. Oh, wow. These cars are in nice little battle packs. As P9, P10, Nick and Fez are going too wide into turn 2.
Oh, Oh, and it looks like
he makes
Fez
it
is going to
work.
get the move done. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, bit of rubbing paddles. Oh.
Yep, that's fine. Everyone continues on though.
As Fezza moves himself up into P9 ahead of Just Nick. Looking up ahead again to this battle pack for 4th position. Speedy Tyres putting a lot of pressure on Nick. Tries to show his nose, just peels out for a split second, but is he going to try and go for it? Peels out, but the slipstream from Scar that Nick has is just too much, and Speedy can't quite get the move done. Gets the car turned in as Nick goes wide. Oh, that's going to be a massive penalty. Oh, not great for Nick as he loses the position, and I wouldn't be surprised if he picks up a half-second penalty on top of it too. 1.5-second penalty. Oh my goodness. That is race ruining for Nick.
Thankfully, he only moved P7. P8 is 14 seconds behind, so it's not too bad of a loss, thankfully, but my lord, that is a very, very harsh penalty when you've already lost time from going off track. That is a bit how you going, PD. GT, let's try and fix this in the next update. But I just want to say as well, one thing we haven't done this race is a fuel and tyre update, which in this race here, being a 20-minute sprint, fuel isn't really an issue. But one thing I will say, looking at the tyres, most of the grid has pretty even tyre wear for the most part, except for one, that was Nick. His front tyres are absolutely shredded, comparatively speaking, to the cars around him.
Something to do with controller versus steering wheel players, potentially? If anybody has any
100%.
information on that, let us know in the chat. But that could be a culprit, or he's just very bad at conserving his front tyres, which we hope it's not that.
Yep, and in this field here, we have, what I'm going to call a tyre whisperer, down P12 NASCAR, has got arguably the best looking tyres on this whole grid. They look phenomenal compared to everyone else.
In the deeds, how's his fuel looking though?
Well, not gonna lie to you, he's got a bit less, but he's still gonna make it to the end.
Okay, big slide from Just Nick again, as he's under pressure from NASCAR, but I think we'll look back up front as, oh no, these Noodles, these guys will get another lap for sure.
Yep,
I was
definitely.
thinking
Everyone
last
should get
lap,
another
but
lap
maybe
in.
not. Maybe the guys at the back of the straight now, they're going to be very touch and go on whether they make it or not.
I believe NASCAR, depending on what he does in the chicane, will be the last one to make it to lap 12. Everyone else, it's Nick. Oh, NASCAR goes to the grass trying to avoid Nick, who went slow through chicane. Oh my. He'll probably get a penalty for that, even though he's lost time.
No, it looks like he's got away with it. Lucky NASCAR. As we look
Definitely,
down the order
actually,
now.
I think NASCAR's going to be the first one across the line. Actually, no, Nick will be, because Nick got a penalty for that chicane. As we got a couple seconds left now.
Yeah, as he
and
finishes.
it's going to be
Walker's
Walker.
the first one to finish. Nick in P11, NASCAR 12th, Killer 13, and Carbon Boy 14.
Yes, we missed that completely. Carbon Boy, what happened there?
Well, let's just put it as I am strategically getting myself pole position for race 2.
Turning a bad race result into a strategic masterclass, Carbon Boy. We love to see it.
That's my way of saying I may have spun it at turn 5.
As Noodles, he's rounding the bus stop now, and he's got a 2.3 second lead ahead of Lewis, who is fighting off Thirsty, which but the battle for P2 isn't over yet.
Oh no, and Thirsty gets he's got a 1 second penalty. Oh, that's just killed the race. Come on, Gran Turismo. I wanted to see the battle to the line between these two, but you just couldn't do it, could you?
Yeah,
that's
as
a real travesty.
Noodles rounds the final corner. He's had a brilliant race from start to finish, and he'll complete this first stint of the night in P1 with the fastest lap as well. Lewis in second, Thirsty in third, Scar and Speedy Tyres fighting it right till the death. Fourth Scar, fifth Speedy, Viper's Ed sixth, Nick seventh, Poiter will come home in 8th position, and the sole American on the grid sporting the Brocky livery will come home in P9.
Nah, that was a phenomenal race. Everyone's done a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a bit hairy at the start of the race, but I mean, it sorted itself out, and we had some brilliant racing. So now we get to do it all again and click the big red button. So, looking forward to it.
Definitely, I think we all are. We'll let the boys here get settled back in their cars, take a quick drink. We'll tell them the order for the grid for the next race. Being reverse grid now, Noodles, your race winner, will be starting from the back. We'll see if he can make his way through the field to get P1 again. And you've also got cars like Carbon Boy, aka Sandbagger, now starting on pole position, who's going to be doing very well.
So we'll have a look at our race results once again. Oh! Speedy Tyres stole the fastest lap at the death of the race. So Noodles finishes P1, Lewis P2, Thirsty P3, Scar P4, Speedy P5 with the fastest lap, by the way, a 44.8. Oh my goodness. That's a tenth quicker than the qualifying. Oh my goodness. As Viper Z P6, Colinick P7, Poiter P8, and we see Fezzer P9, Walker P10, Just Nick P11, NASCAR P12, Killer on the Loose 13th, and Carbon Boy finishes off the grid in P14. Last place, which is now pole position, which we're going to give it to Carbon Boy and say that he meant to do it. So
Strategic.
So we have one more race to go. Oh.
Yes, one more race to go, definitely. I think, like the boys here, take a couple minutes to sort of settle themselves down now. Yeah, take a drink. I'll get the grid order set up so everyone is ready to go.
Just give me 2 minutes for a toilet break, if you could.
Yep,
Yeah, well, we'll go
definitely.
for a 5-minute intermission real quick, so not too much to worry about. So put your thoughts down below, guys, and then we'll head to the intermission, and we'll read back some when we come back. So just 5 minutes. Stay with us, guys. Stay tuned. Race 2 on its way. So that's Lenocis, Muffin, and Carbon Boy signing out for the next 5 minutes. Hello, everybody. We are back. Sector 1 Community Series. Round 1 will be continuing for the second installment of the race. Momentarily, we're just waiting for everybody to ready up into this one. And then we should be ready to go. I think we're just waiting for Viper Z to join before we can start the race. So everybody, on the count of 3, yell out Viper Z. Hopefully you'll hear us from wherever you are in the world. I was going to say Australia, New Zealand, but I can now say the world because we do have Fezza from the United States. So
We can now say that Sector 1 Sim Racing is once again an international sim racing league.
yes.
Technically, we already are. I mean, the Kiwis are a different country.
Yeah, yeah, international technically, and also we have a couple of Tasmanians too, so...
Oh, I'm not going there. I ain't touching that.
Yes, no,
You must remember where our team owner is from, Lenocis.
Love you, Prua. I love Tasmania. Tasmania is such a beautiful place. I have been there on holiday. I love Tasmania. Tasmania is one of my favourite places to go. Okay, am I clear now?
I guess you'll find out.
Come on, Viper's Head.
Yes, no, just waiting on one more driver. He must be doing the old Greg Murphy 5 minutes going to the Dunnies there.
Yeah, must be.
But it's definitely longer than 5 minutes. But I think without a doubt, I might have to go for Marchand. He's in. He's fanning his way back to the car. It's okay. No, everyone stop freaking out. Here we go, right there. Cool. Alright, so the grid is set. The guys here should be in the cars. There's a few doing donuts, pre-warming their tyres, which is a fair call. I'll do the same.
That's the iRacing strategies. Only a couple of people will understand. That's
so currently now you're currently now your pole position is going to be Carbon Boy with Killer on the loose, front row with him. NASCAR P3, Nick P4, Walker P5, Fezza P6. Poiter P7, Collie Nick P8, Viper Z P9, Speed of Tyres P10, Scar in 11th, Thirsty Ho in 12th, Lewis in 13th, and Noodles on the reverse pole in 14th.
Yep.
Alright, okay, I'm ready to press that big red button. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go for the reverse grid race.
Oh. Here we go. Okay, the red, white, and blue. Wait, now that I'm looking at the button, like properly, it's just the French flag. I think there's been a bit of a issue here with the button. In an attempt to try and make it look like the American flag, now it just looks like France. So as the lights are turning on and we're about to get underway, 5 lights. They are out and away we go for race 2 of the Sector 1 Community Series. Killer gets off to a good start. Carbon Boy holds the inside line. We see a little bit of bumping in the background, but these guys holding it true as they barrel down towards the first turn now. Is there any contact? Oh, it looks like these guys hold it through. I mean, one person goes wide, but it's definitely a lot more clean than the first time round. As it looked like it was Collie Nick, perhaps, who just got shuffled a little bit wide there as they head into turn 3 now, and these guys keeping it very, very fair and honest compared to the first time round. So brilliant stuff, as it looks like Poiter was the one that got shuffled wide, and he's struggling to get the grip down, as NASCAR has made an absolute leap at the start of this race, and as he finds himself in P1, as Nick up into P2, Killer trying to get on the inside of Nick, and shoves him a little bit wide as Killer is, I'm not too sure, I think Killer was ahead, but Collie Nick just tried to hold it around the outside, but it looked like Poiter almost who was that? That was Viper Z almost losing it. These guys are everywhere, so chaotic. Oh my goodness.
Wow. can I just say momentarily that these guys were full wide on the straight. It was for a brief moment, but it happened nonetheless.
As NASCAR has stretched his legs immediately, 1.6 second gap. Speedy tyres already up to P3s. As it looks like Carbon Boy gets thrown wide by Collie Nick. I'm not too sure about that one, but as everyone keeps going, as NASCAR still holding the lead, 2 second gap over Speedy tyres at the moment. As Killer on the Loose serves a penalty. As Vipers, he gets absolutely swamped and moves all the way down to P7 immediately off the start. So, As looking up, Skark chucks it down the inside of Killer as we have a little bit of contact with Poiter as well.
That was, I think that might have been Fezza giving him a little touch up there.
As these guys head down into turn 3, so many dive bombs left, right and centre as it looks like Fezza moves himself up and past Collie Nick, or Poiter I should say, as it's Collie Nick into P3 at the moment behind Speedy. NASCAR, his lead is diminishing lap by lap, currently sitting at 8/10.
Definitely, Speedy Tyres on the rampage here after getting shuffled out in the first race and to fight his way back up. Now he's got a chance for a win. He's not going to let it slide. But NASCAR, he's been in Sector 1 before. He knows how to throw it the best here. He can easily take on Speedy in this race, I reckon.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. As Lewis as well finds himself in P4 and Noodles in P6. So each of the top 3 finishes from last race just... Oh no, Speedy finished a little bit lower, didn't he? He was P5...
Yeah, P5 was in the end. Just looking at the chat as well, it appears we'll be pronouncing our name wrong. It's not Poiter, it's Pretender or Pretender.
Well, that's his new Sector 1 name, he's Poiter.
Yes, so thank you GTR for the heads up, but your opinion is officially invalid.
Redundant.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I remember my first community race, as Speedy Tyres has actually got the lead of the race. So good stuff from Speedy.
Yep. Wow, there, and Colin Nick up to P2. NASCAR's had a bit of a shocker somewhere.
Yeah, I think just he got swamped from the slipstream between Colin Nick and Speedy and finds himself down in P3 after such a strong start. But yeah, as I was saying, I remember my huge move from who is it? It's I can't even see who it is. Viperized on Lewis, I believe. He's flashing his lights, so maybe not too happy with that Viperized.
Yep, okay, but he's still in the touching distance of the slipstream, so if there was any sort of aggressive passing there, but no, okay, no, Viper's has gone on the team radio, so to speak, and apologised, so that's all good, we'll carry on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact. He went for the move, but the gap just closed quicker than he could get his car into, I think, and I think he's given back the position, so good stuff from Viper's Ed. But as I was saying, I remember him... I can't say anything because Collie Nick is right up under the rear bumper of Speedy.
Well, they're going into the chicane now. Collie Nick, he's going to be in a prime position to take the lead going into T1 now.
Absolutely. Slipstream and all... Eddie's purple as well. So, no, Speedy's purple. But Collie Nick currently has the purple lap, so... it looks like he's just fallen out of slipstream range, though.
Yeah. We've also got a new P3. There's a new P3. NASCAR losing out to HC Lewis just because of the slipstream, but NASCAR currently has got the inside line for T1. If he can hold it here, he should be able to stay in P3 for a bit longer. But no, he's giving it in. He's going to accept P4 for now. And as Viper said, goes for a massive dive bomb. 2 for 1 special.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he hit the wall. Oh, that's not what you want at all. Oh, yes, that was such a brave move.
Oh, if he had just gone a little bit wider there and not hit the pit wall, that would have been easily move of the race. 2 for 1. Not often you see that here in Sector 1 in a community race like this.
Yeah, as Scar and NASCAR it looked like NASCAR got the move done, and then Scar hit him with a switchback. So good stuff racing between these guys. That's
Yeah, Thirsty Ho goes for a move
chucks
on
it down the
NASCAR
inside.
now.
NASCAR, a little bit of contact, but I think it's fair for now.
Yep.
As
Poida also follows him through. Wow, mate, the little switchback is on here.
This is some hard racing between these guys tonight. As Poida got the slipstream on Thirsty as well, who's also within slipstream range of Scar behind. The action in this community series never ends. Looking slightly down below as well, we got a battle pack forming from Killer all the way down to Walker in P13. So, doing good, these guys. Speedy Tyres holding the lead by a second over Kolinick now. So Kolinick not giving up just yet, but just losing touch with Speedy Tyres just the slightest
Currently, P4 currently Vob's there as a penalty. He's going to lose down that position to Noodles, our last race winner, thankfully. And he actually may be on the threat from Scar, depending on how his run is. Currently 1.7 seconds behind. Let's see how that gap diminishes.
Yeah, I'm not too sure Scar will get him here. He's still a while away. Yeah, that gap's still a second as they head down into turn 1.
Yep, okay, managed to hold on to P5 here. Still within touching distance. I've said that a lot this race. Drinking game for the word touching distance here. Now, Bullicuzzi very close. We got on the background here. Round the outside move, Poida on Thirsty Ho. Can't make a stick, unfortunately, but Scar gets a bit of a slow run out of the corner. Thirsty Ho is going to be looking for an opportunity here into the next braking zone. He is right on the rear bumper. He can literally read the VIN number from here.
Absolutely. As Scar runs a little bit wide.
And there's
a little bit contact between Thirsty Ho and Scar, and then he gets shuffled out wide by Poida. So let's, as they come into turn 5, or 6, I believe this one is. As, huge slide from Thirsty, as who's that? Scar clipping the wall on exit as they come back onto the outfield. And now,
definitely these guys here are all very close.
From Viper's Ed, as into the bus stop potentially, as these guys come down. And he shows the nose, but doesn't quite pull out and attempt to move there, Viper's Ed.
I think that's Poida you're talking about, P5.
The Red Mist and the Hooncorp livery are so similar. Oh my. Definitely.
But with this now, I think Poida has he's played a smarter race here by not going for the move now. He's got a long flat out straight. He's
actually getting overtaken by Scar. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, bit of side drafting by Scar, and he pushes Thirsty through the corner. Can Scar make 2 positions here? Scar tries to chuck it down the inside, but no, wisely thinks again and doesn't quite get. As Thirsty goes wide. Scar gets the move done. They're side by side. This is incredible racing. Let's see who. Contact!
There's in contact into the braking zone. Thirsty Ho is off. Thirsty Ho is off.
So I think Poida couldn't quite get the car stopped, and then it looked like Thirsty was the one to suffer the consequences of that one. So you look back on the next little racing action replay as they came in. They were so close, such tight racing, and then Poida, he locked up and went straight up the back of Thirsty. So not the greatest for Thirsty, but as they continue on, for now, Poida and Scar currently P6 and P7. NASCAR in P8, so after he's... so huge tire smoke! Nick's gone! Just Nick in the black light ammo car. As he peels back onto... as he spun it again after he's been reset. As Nick... not too sure what's happened there. I think we've lost somebody.
Yep, I think we actually had 2 retirements this race. I think we've Killer on the loose and Carbon Boy, unfortunately, not able to finish the race. We'll have to follow up with them at the end and see what problems they have with the car, and we'll chase them up later on. But looking at the race now, currently, Speedy Tyres had a pretty poor lap 5, and now is under pressure from Kolinick again.
Absolutely, as Kolinick could be going for a move into turn 1. Can he try it around the outside? Very tight. But he holds off now. Speedy Tyres holds off Kolinick for now.
Yep, I can see him moving to T2 here. Nick might just be close enough, but doesn't do it. Thinks smarter, not harder. Yep, definitely.
Think smarter, not harder. Oh, Captain Muffin.
Coming out with quality bangers since 1998.
As this fight is still raging on for P1.
Yep, and I just want to say right now, the last to first challenge is on. Noodle's currently P3, bit over a second away from P1. This could be on here.
Hang on a minute. Noodles? He set 2 purple laps.
He also has actually, 1:45.0. He's essentially matching his best time from the last lap while fighting through traffic.
Oh my goodness, but I think just setting the same lap time and it being the purple lap time at the same time is just pretty astonishing. Oh, is he's purple again?
And he's
actually.
Purple again.
Dare I say
wow.
he sets 3 in a row of the same lap time? How funny would that be? Let's just ride a board with
if he can
Noodles
do
here.
it.
And let's see if he sets the same lap time, like purple. Oh, okay. Okay. It's only half a hundredth. Oh, no, half a tenth. Is he within slipstream? No, he's not. So he could potentially. Oh my goodness, is he? Let's just see. I'm genuinely astonished here. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was so close. 45-1. Imagine if he hadn't said it. It's not even the purple lap time anymore, as Viper's ends. It's a 44.8. That's the fastest time of the night so far. Oh my goodness.
44.8.
Oh, somebody's
That's
wide.
only slightly. Oh, somebody's wide.
Oh, was it a little bit of lag, maybe? I think
Possibly.
it was just Gran Turismo doing Gran Turismo things.
Definitely, but that lap there, 44.8, that's a slightly faster than Speedy Tyres' best lap from last race. Also, I want to point out, Speedy Tyres, back in the P2, Nick made the move somewhere, and we missed that completely.
Yeah, so good stuff, Nick, moving himself up into first position. In a good spot to win this one.
Definitely. And looking on the field as well, just giving some other top, drivers some screen time. Currently, we got HC Lewis in P5, currently fighting for the podium. If anything, he's still in the fight for the win here. Only 2.5 seconds away, but within slipstream range of the car in front. We've got Scar, P6, kind of no man's land currently. Must have had a bit of an error somewhere. Last lap was a 46.3 and 46.7 on lap 5. Must have had some issues somewhere along the line. Poiter, currently P7, once again no man's land, but he's got Thirsty-O behind, and he's catching him at a rate of knots. Definitely, I feel the battle for P7 is not done yet. Feza, our American fella, currently P9, with NASCAR catching up. This could be a nice battle for the last spots in the top 10. Walker, P11 in the Deeds Racing #ThanksBC livery. And we got Nick, P12 after his spin, currently 10 seconds off the back, but still chugging along just fine. Still going to get that valuable experience and just have a good time, which is all we want here in Sector 1. Just come here, have a laugh, have a race. What more can you ask for?
With 5 minutes left in this one, we have a move for the lead! Speedy tied! Oh no! All hell has broken loose! As they're scattering all around Speedy! Oh my goodness! Oh, that's a disaster for Speedy as Viper Z moves himself up into P2. Oh, wow.
Wow.
As we have a look back on the Next Level Racing Action replay at that one. Oh, I didn't actually turn on the replay. Alright, as we switched across, we saw Speedy going for a move, or it looked like Nick going for a move on Speedy, and then Speedy just got massive snap oversteer on exit of the corner. Makes contact with, who was that? I believe that was Noodles, and then Viper Z and Lewis had to go around, and Lewis had to go very wide. He also got a bit of snap oversteer, and that was very chaotic.
Definitely, and one thing we haven't mentioned yet with these cars, while they do look relatively similar to the previous generation of V8 supercars, like the current generation and generations gone by, they've got a very, very loose rear end. You more or less as Neil Compton would say, you have to more or less step on eggshells when you're putting that throttle on. Like you're on a nail, and you just gotta slowly put the throttle on. Because if you just absolutely mash it, the rear isn't gonna grip up, and you're gonna spin out, as we saw with speedy tyres on the last lap.
Yeah, absolutely. As Viper Z could be on for a win here. I mean, only 1.1 seconds to Nick, and Viper Z was GTR's pick coming. Oh, huge slide from Nick on the exit. A few guys getting a little bit squirrely in the later stages of this race. Oh.
Wow, honestly, I'm going to pick it now. I reckon Nick can hold us out for the win here. He's showing some good pace.
Yeah, only a couple of laps left in this one, so anything can happen. As we see a big battle between Poiter, Scar, and Thirsty at the moment. As Thirsty has fought his way back up to the battle pack that he was in before he had his incident.
Definitely. Gets a good run off the infield. Bit of a slide. Oh, bit of another slide, but catches it. For my boy Ghost, car control.
Absolutely. As Thirsty might be able to make a move somewhere soon, as he's inside the slipstream. He just pushes him through. He just pushes Scar through, gives him a bit of a bump draft. Don't want to get too eager through the bus stop. It's we saw a few moves over the weekend through the bus stop. As Scar gets a terrible exit, and Thirsty pulls out to the up line, high line, I should say. Yep. The up line.
Currently, Poiter in front of them though got a 1 second penalty, so all this fighting is going to be for nothing because they're not going to lose any positions from it. Poiter will lose 2 though. As
Thirsty might be able to get the move done on Scar. Can he chuck it down the inside? Let's see what happens as they come into turn 1. No, he brakes very early, very conservatively. Maybe getting him on the switchback. No, a little bit of snap oversteer for Thirsty. Unable to capitalise, but he might be able to chuck it down the inside. This is very similar to circumstances to what happened last time we were in this situation. Scar under threat from Thirsty and Poiter behind. As these guys head down to complete the first sector. As we look back up to the lead.
Front,
oh my goodness! 3-way fight for the lead with a minute remaining. This is anybody's game.
We've also got as well the new fastest lap of the race, 44.69.
Oh my goodness! Noodles? Noodles! What are you doing, Noodles?
He is absolutely taking that slipstream with full force, and he is absolutely just gassing that car up. Without a doubt, this top 3 is not over yet. There's going to be some battling going on for these last 2 laps, or 1.5 laps, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be 1 lap to go. Oh, Viper's gone! Oh no! What's happened there?
Oh, GTR, you've cursed him, sir. How does it make you feel?
Get GTR on the phone. Viper has spun it, so we'll catch that on the Next Level Racing Action replay. Let's see what happened there, as that was, it looked like he, is he just lit up the rears on the curb, maybe? Too much curb, a little bit of grass, and yeah, he's gone. Unlucky for Viper Z.
Definitely. But going back to live action here, if I may, currently battle for P1 and 2, Noodles and Nick going hammer and tong, as Noodles does a 44.5.
Oh my goodness.
My lord, sir.
As Nick fighting for his life from Noodles, he has to stop Noodles from getting the 2 time. As Noodles has to back out here, but it's going to be a run to the line. Oh my goodness.
This is the final lap now, guys. This is it. Whatever happens now, it happens. I think Nick might be able to hold it, but he's going to need to pray that Noodles gets a bad run onto the oval now the best stop chicane, because that slipstream is very powerful here, and if Noodles is close enough, he'll breeze on by without even trying.
As Noodles gets a brilliant exit out of the coming onto the outfield, I should say, as he's bump drafting him all the way down. Oh my goodness, this is going to be an incredible finish for these two, Nick and Noodles, who takes Sector 1 Community Series Race 2. As it looks like Nick holds off into the bus stop, but Noodles isn't worried about the bus stop. He's worried about the run to the line. Let's see the exit from Nick. It might not be enough as Noodles gets the run out of the corner. These guys are pushing each other. As they round the final turn, Noodles pulls out. Is he going to get it done? Oh my goodness, this is going to be so close. Noodles ducks to the inside now. Oh my goodness, is Nick able to hold? I don't know whether he can. Who's it going to be? Nick. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was incredible. Lewis takes third. Viper set in fourth. Speedy fifth. Thirsty in 6th, Poiter 7th, Scar 8th, Fezza will come home in 9th, NASCAR 10th, Walker 11th, and Nick in P12. Oh my goodness, what a race! That lasted till the very last second. Wowee.
I'm speechless. That was one of the closest finishes I've seen in Community Series history. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, we might have to have a look back through the records, because that may have been the closest we have ever had in a Community Series race. Oh, hoo, hoo. As we'll have a look at the official race results for race 2. Nick comes home in P1 to clinch the win for the Lightning Motorsports livery. Noodles in P2 with the fastest lap, a whopping 44.5. Oh my goodness, that is rivaling the fastest lap on of the weekend in Division 1. Oh my. And Lewis comes home in P3, who also sets a 44.8. Viper Z, a very similar lap time, 44.8, comes home in P4. Speedy Tyres, P5, fighting for the win before he had his incident. P6 is Thirsty, P7 is Poiter, P8 is Scar, P9 is Fezza, 10th is NASCAR, 11th Walker, 12th is Just Nick, 13th is Killer on the Loose, and Carbon Boy. Those are your 2 retirements for this one. So, oh my goodness. I'm just speechless. That was just such a great race between Nick and Noodles. Oh my. It has to be driver of the day, Nick, to be honest. I mean, holding out in such a spectacular fashion from Noodles. Noodles is nobody to sneeze at, of course. A very quick operator, and Nick able to hold out towards the end there was just incredible stuff. So, oh. Who are you giving your driver of the day to, Muffin?
Oh god, it's challenging. Really, part of me probably shouldn't, but I have to give it to Noodles to win the first race comfortably and then nearly win the second race from the back of the grid. It doesn't matter who you are, that is still a phenomenal feat, and he should be proud of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so good. As we look through the chat, Womble gives driver of the day to Womble, believe it or not. GTR gives his to Nick. Womble driver, no, Womble said it twice. So that Womble's logic is that it counts as 2 because he said it twice.
Well, let's be honest here. You have to keep the Womble Award somehow. If he's got to vote for himself twice in a race he didn't compete in to keep the Womble Award, so be it.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. I can agree with that. Yep. As Stranger gives his driver of the day to Viper, Bumcrack gives his to Speedy. Yeah, all brilliant nominees for the driver of the day today. It was just incredible night of racing. Hard and I want to say fair, but I mean some of the time it wasn't quite fair, as we saw. But I mean, it's the community series. We're all here for fun, and I hope everybody had some fun today. It was magnificent stuff towards the end there as everybody sorted themselves out, and we got some great battles. One Make Community Series racing is a spectacle every single time we have it here on Sector 1, but that was just brilliant.
100%. Lenocis, I could not agree with you anymore if I tried. But honestly, thank you guys. And everyone watching at home, if you're not part of the Discord already, jump in the Sector 1 Sim Racing Discord. This community series is open to anyone and everyone, no matter the skill level or anything like that. As long as you got the game on the PlayStation 5, you're more than welcome to jump in and have a good time.
PlayStation 5.
That's a very fair point. Actually, PlayStation 4s are also welcome, but we will silently judge you. I'm joking.
And come and play on your PS Vita.
Oh wow, God! I imagine trying to drive that and save your tyres.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So
but
Petey
also
Pops
as well,
gives
guys.
his to Viper, driver of the day. Definitely not biased, but the Whom Corp, this silent achiever with 2 third places. That is very true. Lewis with 2 third positions. Very quiet achiever, especially in that second race where he was overshadowed by that incredible race to the line that we had from the front 2. Dobrev gives him driver of the day to Noodles. Yeah, so that was just incredible stuff. Oh my goodness.
100%. That was, oh mate, it could be just the euphoria setting in because the community series is back, but that's gonna be one of the best ones I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's such good stuff. The community series is always such a great spectacle. You have new drivers looking to prove themselves and make a name for themselves. You have returning drivers, people who aren't necessarily in the main game but have already proven themselves, and you also have the main game drivers themselves that come in and just to fill the numbers, to have a good time and a good night of racing. So yeah, so if you are interested, if you're sitting there watching this and thinking, oh yeah, I want to get involved with that racing, go ahead, join the Discord server. We run these races every 2 weeks, so stay tuned. The announcement for the next race should be coming pretty soon. I believe what I've heard is that it should be at Brands Hatch in the same car once again when we're racing in the main game at Brands Hatch. So keep that in mind if you want to maybe get in and get a little bit of early practice. The registrations for the community series is first come, first served, with priority going to the community drivers that aren't currently in the main game, and second priority to returning drivers, and finally the current drivers get the last pick of the first come, first served, I should say. So so many advantages to joining the Discord. You get to meet a lot of great people. There's always people having active chats. You get to participate in the community series, and also you get to keep up with all the latest Sector 1 stuff. So yeah, looking forward to the next installment of the community series after tonight's race. But also, coming up this Sunday is Group B, our Group B event for Daytona. So we're back here for the 3rd time in a row. It is, of course, Divisions 4 and 2 that will be kicking off here at Daytona in, I want to say, technically it's just over 3 days' time. Because you've got, 3 days' time, or 4 days. You want to... What are we saying, Muffin? 3 or 4 days?
I'd probably say 3 days, because currently being 9:30 local time here, the stream will start at about 7, so technically 3 days and 20-something hours.
Good enough for me. So yeah, if you are kind enough to join us on next Sunday, where we have 2 of our most competitive divisions going head to head with some of the greatest drivers and greatest racing that you will ever see. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Join us on Sunday. And if you haven't already, like the video. We have, I think we peaked at just over 30 viewers, but we've got 20 in the watching at the moment. Surely a couple of you click the like button. We've only got 16 likes for today's video. So surely if you all just click the button, we can knock that number up to just over 20. Hopefully. I'm praying. Please, guys. Please. And also, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button on the YouTube channel button. I think that... Did that make sense? I don't think it did, but let's go with it.
It made enough sense, mate. You're right.
But also, we have the $50 PSN voucher giveaway
which will be announced on Sunday as well. So more reason to tune into the stream on Sunday. But to enter that, you need to head over to the Facebook page, like the post, comment on the post, and I think subscribe to the YouTube channel. So that's more of a reason to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because who doesn't like free money? So absolutely stay tuned for Sunday's event. We have a lot of drivers there, and we'll be doing the announcement for who the winner of the PSN voucher is. So I think that's everything I've got to say. Any last remarks before we sign it off tonight, Captain Muffin?
For me, I pretty much got to echo the words you've said, mate. Thank you everyone for stopping by and checking out our racing here. It's a passion of ours, this racing here. Unfortunately, most of us are all too poor to buy real race cars, so I like to come here and drive virtual ones to try and fill that void in our hearts. But I thank everyone for seriously coming by, watching this, being a part of it, and like I've said before, if you want to be part of this yourself, mate, jump in our Discord, check it all out, say good day, how you going, how's your father? And hopefully we'll see you on track one day.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's everything from us for tonight. Thank you to everybody for showing up to either support the race via the stream or be in the races themselves, because without everybody here tonight, we wouldn't be able to put on stuff like this and have a bit of a laugh and some good racing action. So that's everything from Lenocis. I think Karen was here earlier, and Carbon Boy, and Captain Muffin. That's us signing off for tonight. Stay tuned, guys, and we'll catch you next time Sector 1 comes to town.